coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third down, they turn to Sanders, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing on second down. Hurts. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Lance getting this out wide to Ayuk. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. They'll run with Mitchell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they're up to the challenge.
The kick by Gold is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big play to start them out. Has them at the 45 already. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Hurts. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Blue striker. Hey, blue.
Throwing now is Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes...
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Niners are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready, go. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here we go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
1st down, here's Mitchell. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Lance. It's caught. Mitchell. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 4th down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the 1st half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
I want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Here we go, here we go.
Right back to Sanders on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Hurts. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is Smith with a grab. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series. Because
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
Here's Lance. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance. Able to find Gray here.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throw caught by Raymond. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4. Boston Scott, his first carry. Able to slither by. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On the draw, here's Mitchell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Here we go, set.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hurts.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football, and gets a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They run over center with Mitchell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ready. Striker, 3-3. And cycle. 22 middle.
Another run with Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Let's go now.
They'll come out in the pistol. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
97. Black shot.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Here's Mitchell. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Black Ultra. Ready?
And they'll go for it. Lance. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. Now goal for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And they take a knee. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.